Hey Hank, hey John, hey Nerdfighters. So, in philosophy today, we were talking about being outcasts and being part of the community and whatever, and whether we follow the media or not. And I kind of thought about us and how we've grown in the past year and a half. We, as a society of Nerdfighteria, base ourselves on being a society of outcasts. And what does that make us now, a year and a half later, over a year and a half later? Are we still outcasts? We come to the Pants forum and we watch these YouTube videos and we're accepted not as outcasts. We're accepted for who we are, which is awesome. I love that. But, I mean, do we still have our own opinions and our own morals? Are we all voting for Obama just because John and Hank tell us to? Or have we really looked into what Obama stands for and what McCain stands for and decided on our own whether or not to do that? And I don't know. I mean, I started liking Obama before John and Hank declared that they were going to support Obama, and I was really happy when they said they did, because I like the fact that two people who I respect very much agreed with me. But every time John and Hank tell us to do something, it seems like we do it. Donate money, okay, to decrease world stock, and we do it without fail. And that's the media. I don't want to call John and Hank the media, but they kind of are. And they're telling us to do something, and we're doing it. We're handing them whatever they want to get really cool videos. And I feel like we're not, we came here not to be controlled by the media, and we are being controlled by the media. And I don't know why I'm doing this with my hand. I, for one, started listening to wizard rock music after Astio Deathly Hallows, and I realized about Harry and the Potters and the Morning Myrtles and whatever. And are we listening to it? Am I listening to it just because John and Hank like it, and just because the Five Awesome Girls are three musicians for wizard rock? I don't know, Selena, a wizard rock musician, I guess. I mean, I like them, and I respect them, and I respect their music, and I like their music, and I listen to it, but it's not all I listen to. In fact, it's basically what I usually listen to. But why did I start listening to it? I love John's writing. I read his books before I started seeing Brotherhood 2.0, and I was so happy that John Green was part of Brotherhood 2.0, and he's my favorite author, and made me very happy that I could see him on a daily basis, every other day, whatever. But are we all buying Paper Towns for the right reason? Are we all buying Paper Towns because we like John Green and as an author, and or are we just buying Paper Towns because he's telling us to? What's going to happen to those copies after they're bought and read and put on the shelf? Are they going to be reread? Are they going to be appreciated? Are we going to hand it to our friend and say, here, read this book? Because I've done that with Looking for Alaska and An Abundance of Catherines. I have said, read this book. It is an amazing book, written by an amazing person. And I'm the only Nerdfighter within my group of friends. I have about 4 Nerdfighter friends, besides those that I have made through Nerdfighter efforts and through YouTube and stuff. But in my immediate group of friends, I'm one of the only Nerdfighters. There's about 4 of us. And it's awesome and it's not. Because some of them are John Green fans, which is great. But most of them aren't Nerdfighters, and I can't seem to get it through their heads what an amazing place this is. But I don't know if it's just because they miss Brotherhood 2.0 or what. How many of us out there in Nerdfighteria started becoming a Nerdfighter during Brotherhood 2.0? How did you attract other people into Nerdfighteria after Brotherhood 2.0 was over? I mean, I talk about this group, and I have Hank's music on my iPod, kind of illegally, but love. And it comes on, people go, what's that? And it's like, oh, this is Hank Green, he's really awesome, he's on YouTube, him and his brother did this really awesome project. But they don't go look it up themselves. So, and I don't know, philosophy really got me thinking, like, we're a society of outcasts, but in the society of outcasts, are there outcasts? I mean, are we all as individualistic as we were when we came in? I mean, is there anyone out there who doesn't like John Green's books? As an author, you're not going to satisfy everyone. But what happens when we disagree with John and Hank? Do we lose our Nerdfighter status? Because I like my Nerdfighter status, and I like being a Nerdfighter. Under my religion on Facebook, it says that I'm a Nerdfighter. And I fully believe in that. And I fully believe in that system. I don't know, guys. Help me out. Am I a Nerdfighter if I disagree with John and Hank? Are you a Nerdfighter if you disagree with John and Hank? Do you dislike John Green's books? Are you donating money and buying paper towns and voting for Obama just because John and Hank are? Or are we just being really great friends for each other? What does it mean to be a Nerdfighter a year and a half after this has been established? What does it mean now? And how can we keep being awesome?